Well, the current challenge that we're facing with homeless vets is that we have still a large number of Vietnam-era vets who are on the streets. Actually, more Vietnam vets are on the street than died in the war in Vietnam. And now we have an incoming group of men and women from Iraq and Afghanistan. And the fact that we have this growing number of women homeless vets is a significant new issue for us.
Well, I think anybody in the building would say to you, one homeless veteran is too many homeless veterans, just because these are people that served our country, and we all have sort of a connection to veterans overall.
Well, Secretary Donovan served as chair of the U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness over the past year and presented to the President a plan from 19 federal agencies on how to prevent and end homelessness. And both he and the President have made vets homelessness, along with Secretary Shinseki, the VA Secretary, a high priority, and are working very hard to make sure that within 5 years there are no more homeless vets.
All these new partnerships were formed because Secretary Donovan simply said, no longer are we just going to be a housing agency concerned about building structures. We've got to end homelessness.
Well, I think we can really make a dent in this. I think we can reach our goals. Obviously, there are challenges with the economy, there are challenges with politics, there's challenges with all kinds of things, but I think this nation is committed to reaching this goal because we owe it to homeless vets.
And to do right by our vets, we're working to prevent and end veteran homelessness. Because in the United States of America, no one who served in our uniform should sleep on our streets.
The fact that our president has made it a priority, and the fact that Secretary Donovan and the Secretary of the VA has made it a priority to end homelessness among veterans within the next 5 years. And in making that a priority, you see that the other parts of the continuum coming together to provide those services and to make that something real.
My name is Clayton Jerome McGee. I'm 57 years old, born November 18th, 1953. I'm under the HUD-VASH program. You know, I'm in the Section 8 housing, supported independent living. It's really vivid that not long ago I was homeless.
And I first came in contact with Clayton by volunteering at the various homeless shelters. And I got to know him. I saw a guy who was homeless. I saw a guy who needed support and who needed assistance, and I began to work with him myself.
I went to school to become a certified addictions counselor. I went to a 6-month course. They saw how I interact with the other residents there or the other participants at Access Housing. They say, man, you know, you're a candidate for case management. Me helping people, they say A helps B, helps A the most. So I do that for the good of for the facility or any person that needs help, especially with substance abuse, and to keep me lined up with my recovery. Right now, I'm a full-time case manager at Access Housing, and I'm also a student with Rasmussen College of Online Studies. So, hey, I'm working towards my goal is now is become a licensed certified addictions counselor.
I just watched the gentleman go from a state of dependence to a state of independence, and I look at him now as being in a HUD-VASH apartment. I look at him as having a job. I look at him having a job as a case manager, and training to be better. I look at a guy who's in college, a guy who works every day. He's a taxpayer, so he's not so much as taken from the system, but putting right back into the system.
I definitely think that we are making a dent towards this goal of ending veterans' homelessness. from the data gathered by the VA, their point-in-time count, the number of homeless veterans experiencing homelessness on a given night decreased about 18% between 2008 and 2009. And for HUD-VASH, we're definitely making huge progress as well. In 2010, we housed 11,140 veterans, which was a 69% increase over the number housed in 2009. And our numbers for 2010 are already looking that much more impressive.
I do feel positive about the future, and I feel positive about the future because for the first time we have a series of goals that we're actually working towards, some hard goals that we're working towards. We know how to measure success against those goals, and we have some experience around what works and what doesn't work in order to achieve the goals. The other reason that I feel positive is that for the first time I think that we have collaboration across agencies in the federal government, and really more importantly, we have collaboration within HUD in a way that certainly I've been here for 3.5 years that I haven't seen in the time that I've been here. We work very closely, CPD and PIH work very closely together on a variety of different homeless-related programs, and I think that makes a big difference when all of us are working towards the same goal and we all understand what it is we're trying to do.